Good morning. Welcome to your card of the day for Wednesday, the 5th, and Thursday, the 6th of March, depending on which side of the dateline you are on. Today's card is Gracious Receptivity. Gracious Receptivity. Keywords for this card. I see she's standing here. She has her hands, she's had her hands like this, like she's holding them as a cup to hold, to receive. Her hands are in the shape of a bowl in order to receive. And it's interesting because it almost looks like there's an eye here where her energy center for her throat is. It's almost like there's an eye there. So it's open and communicating. And there's a couple of birds on either side. I can't tell what sort of birds they are. They may be hummingbirds and a couple of butterflies. Lots of feathers. So yeah, it's the key word, gratitude. And gratitude comes back up in one way or another almost every night, every morning. Being thankful. Receptivity. So being in that place of receiving. Giving without expectation. So giving without expecting anything in return. Also how worthiness and self-love can affect your capacity to receive and to give without depletion. Because unless we feel worthy, we don't feel we can receive. In order to be in that place of receptivity, we have to feel that we are worthy. And also, in order for us to give without feeling depleted, we need to feel worthy. But there's also boundaries in that one. Sometimes we give without making sure that that is what that person actually needs. And when you give to somebody without checking in first what it is that they need, you can give and give and give, and they're not receiving what they need, so they don't feel like they're receiving at all. But you're still giving of all your energy, and it depletes you severely. So that's another flip of the coin. Overflow over obligation. So rather than feeling you have to do it, you're doing it out of obligation, you're doing it from the overflow of your own energy. Your cup's already full, and you're giving from this overflow. Thriving over surviving. So these are our keywords for this card. So gratitude is one of the most important things for us. If we had a manual on how to be present in this world, gratitude would be one of the most important points. And gratitude is the backbone of our spiritual practice. Writing a list of things you're grateful for, there's actually scientific evidence that it can have very profound positive effect on our minds and our nervous systems. Because when we shift our perspective from what we lack and instead we place our focus on what we're grateful for, the survival becomes thriving. So acknowledging how far we have come. My team came through with this message the other week. See how far you've come. Look at how far you've come. Hold that pride. See the strength. The strength that you have had. The gifts that you have gained. And feel gratitude for the lessons that you've learned. And when we can do that, that gratitude, when we're living in a place of gratitude, it actually gives us the strength to feel, I can do this. One of the best ways to attract more of what you really want rather than what you don't want is to actually be thankful for it as if it's already arrived. And Neville Goddard taught this. There's been several others. I think Joseph Murphy's another one. I think Florence Shovelshin also speaks of this, to actually be thankful for what you want as if it's already here, because it sets up that frequency. You actually start to bring it into your energy field, and we were talking about that the other day as well. How when you get that feeling of gratitude for what it is that you want, so it was the new moon, that gratitude, be in that place of gratitude for what you're wanting to draw towards you. And you hold the picture in your mind and the feeling in your heart and your body and your energy fields of what it feels like to be there already. You actually draw it into your energy field, and from there it can manifest into reality. So, the divinatory meaning of this card. Consider your relationships with gratitude. How comfortable you feel receiving and what you love to give. And considering love language is good here too. As you know, we all have our own love language. There's several different types, and we all have a little bit of each. Some we have more of than others. And when we give from our own love language and don't meet the love language needs of another, then it kind of misfires. But back to the divinatory meaning. I don't know why I have trouble with that word this time of night. Are there themes in your life that allow you the joyous overflow of giving without limitation? Are there areas in your life that you can give and give from overflow, not until you're drained? Just you give with ease. So these are things we feel passion about, because we can give to our passion and never feel drained. So how can you add this to the lives of others more often? So how can you actually bring this into the lives of other people? How can you share this joy, this joyous overflow with others, without dropping into that fear of getting all used up? Are there areas where you are overextending yourself, where you're actually giving more, where you're giving rather than from the overflow, you're giving from an empty cup? Are there areas where you are overgiving? And can you give more from areas where you're stronger and have more skill and capacity? Like I said, if there's a place, a thing that you feel passionate about, it's so easy to give from that place. And right now, a lot of us feel that we don't have an awful lot to give. If that's the case, allow yourself to receive more. The gift of the sun on your face on a cold day, even a compliment from a stranger. Allow yourself to absorb it, just allow it, and allow yourself to feel the warmth of it. Because it is up to every single one of us how deeply we want to drink of those gifts that are shared with us. Often we only take a little sip, even when there's a lot more that we could appreciate. Now, like you might say, oh, that's pretty, and on you go, rather than going, wow, that's magnificent, wow, isn't that beautiful, and being in that moment for as long as possible. It is so beautiful when we give to somebody, and they light up and receive it fully, isn't it? Like when you actually are able to give to someone and they are so appreciative of it, it's so heartwarming. Gratitude, self-love, and self-worth, they're all interwoven with our capacity to receive. As a triplex, they nourish our soul. So step into your heart space today by listing everything that you're grateful for. And notice how full your heart starts to feel when you make that list. Because from this place, when you're feeling full of gratitude, your gifting capacity just becomes exponential. You have anything else to say? They're really wanting to make the point that many of us are feeling we don't have anything to give. But everybody does. Your gift might be a kind word to somebody who is having a down day. Your gift might be a smile to a stranger. I've just been shown pushing the swing for a child you don't know, giving that child a moment of joy. Caring for a stray animal. There's so many little things that we can do. It doesn't cost anything. So if you feel you don't have anything to give, know that you do. Because when we give from our hearts, that's the greatest gift of all, isn't it? If we think about the gift opening ceremony on Christmas Day, where in some families it's all about get. And nothing is truly appreciated. And it's just an orgy of tearing open gifts. And yet in other families, something made with love means more than anything money could buy. So when we give from our hearts, it means more than anything else. So with that, I say good night from me. May you have a wonderful, blessed day. And remember, gracious receptivity. Receive in order to give, rather than giving in order to receive. That receiving in order to give. Because when we receive from others, we are giving them that gift of being able to give. It's a difficult one to get your head around. But if you take it from a place of love and you let it sink into your heart and receive in order to give, no matter how unworthy you feel, it makes it easier for you to receive. Have a blessed day. See you tomorrow morning. It's good night for me.